Hi, I am Andreas Whiteley. I'm here to show you Viz Story, our latest and new upcoming product that we are releasing in about a month. I am showing here the release candidates, so everything I'm about to show you will be there in the first version that we are releasing. You can see in the screen here, I'm running this in a browser, which has several advantages. Among others, it's platform agnostic, so you're able to run this on a Mac or a Windows or even a Linux if you want to. And also it's a single point of installation. So there's just one server involved here. You install the client on there and the server on there, and all the clients will be able to just connect to that directly without any client-based installation. That makes maintenance a breeze as well because it's just a single point of upgrade. In addition to that, since it is a web-based technology, as long as you have a connection to the server, you will be able to bring up the client and work from wherever you are. So you don't need to be on-premise. You can also be at home or in the field. You'll be able to pick this up and start editing. So let's dive in here. So the whole goal of this product is to be able to repurpose your video content, put Viz quality graphics on there, and send it out to new media. It could be Facebook, it could be your own website, it could be your CMS, or all at the same time. You have full control over where your content goes. So let's see how fast I can clip together some video. So here I have my videos available in search, where I'm able to find my clips. Right now they're being served out from our MEM system, Viz1. So let's open up a clip here. This was filmed yesterday, I believe, by one of my colleagues with a mobile phone. So you can see I'm able to scrub, I'm able to preview. We get some sound as well, and we can basically do some basic cutting here. I can say, okay, we can see that at the start he wasn't quite ready yet, so we can just, let's see, this is where he was ready. So I can do a little cut, remove the part that we do not want. And let's say we want about 10 seconds of Chris talking. So I'm just going to cut it here. And then we have one clip ready to go. Let's add a few more clips. Let's say we want to have this guy. I'm just going to grab a few random clips from our MEM system to see how fast you can cut together video. And I'll add this one as well. And I'll find one more that I want to use showcasing a specific feature. This is an interview done by Chris on the street in Vegas. So now I got 4 different clips. I'm able to preview this. You can see that it swaps seamlessly between the videos. That didn't look so good. There was a hard cut, so we're going to make a nice crossfade over here. You can see that immediately we get a nice crossfade. We're going to do that for all of these bits here. So all of them are going to get a nice transition from one video to the next. We don't really want to start off straight away like this. We'll want to do a nice fade from black. So there we go. It looks a lot better. We have about 50 seconds or so. I want to do about a 30-second promo, so I'm going to cut the duration a little bit. Actually, I'll remove one of the clips here. And now we have 30 seconds, so I'm happy with that. Once you have your video clips ready to go, we can add some graphics. So I'm going to my templates tab over here. These are my Viz graphics I have available. These could be your existing pilot graphics from the system showing up here, so you can reuse your graphic package from your live production in here. So let's see, I want a lower third to introduce Chris. So Chris talking about the public show. We get immediately a snapshot of what this graphic is going to look like when we produce this video. This is a still snapshot, just to keep it snappy and fast. But if you want to time the animation to a specific frame, you can by simply right-clicking and do a preview. And then we actually start fetching a lot of different frames so that you can see the full animation. So if I start playing this, you'll notice that we have an animated preview available. So now I want the animation to start exactly here, so you can see how much control you have over the animation of our graphics. So I'm going to add a couple of more graphics. We'll do a little full screen at the end, like that, and we'll make that a little shorter. And we'll do a upper third in the middle, just introducing Chris again. We're going to say, Chris, he is talking about Pokemon here. There we go, we get a snapshot immediately. I don't need to render this, I know what this is going to look like. We're going to make this slightly longer. So now we got our 3 graphics here. Notice that there's a line from the graphics to the video. That is done to enhance some usability, that if you decide to move some clips around, the graphic will stick with it. So if I move this like that, you'll see that the graphic sticks to it so that we do not lose our precious timings. So now we're good to go with the video segments and the graphics. Now I want to add some audio. So that could be a voiceover, it could be some music. I only have some music available, so that's what I'm going to be dragging down now. And there we go. And it's a little bit long, so I'm cutting it a little bit shorter.
My name is Chris Black.
And now we have some music. I'm going to turn down the music a little bit, so we have control over volume per segment. There we go. I'm happy with this. Now, at the start, I mentioned that this product is about repurposing your content towards new media. That could be Facebook, it could be Twitter. You don't always want to send that in a landscape format like we are showing here. Maybe we want to browse this on our phone and we want to use the full length of our phone screen. In that case, we want to see what this is going to look like when we send it to this new media. So I'm going to put this in portrait and have a look what this is going to look like. Now, we immediately see some problems. We're going to fix those. But also, I want to point out that the graphics has changed. It automatically adapted to the new aspect ratio that we're sending this video to. And that is something that you have full control over. So you decide per destination and per aspect ratio what your graphics look like. So let's have a quick look here.
My name is Chris.
All right, we immediately see here that we need to fix this. Chris is not centered, so we're going to move him over a little bit just to make sure that he is centered. So let's go further. He stays in the same spot, so we don't need to fix that. This already looks good, don't really need to move it. And here we have a problem as well, so let's add keyframe. And now every time she's gonna move out of sight, I'm simply gonna move her back into sight. So we're just gonna play a little bit and move. This is only something you have to do once. And I'll show you in a minute why. There we go. All right. And if we now do a quick preview, you'll notice in the background that the video is moving. We're keeping her centered, which is the interest of our view, to make sure that we are looking at what we want to see and not anything else. And if I swap this to square now, which is, for example, something for your website, you'll notice straight away that we do the exact same thing. We're keeping her centered. All right, so I'm just gonna make sure that the audio's all the way to the end, and now we're good to go. So I'm happy now, my story is ready. Now I'm gonna go publish it. I'm gonna click on publish. And this is our publishing window. I'm just gonna say story, my story today. This is my description about my story. I'm gonna send it to Facebook. I'm gonna send a portrait, square, and landscape version out. I'm gonna click publish. At this point, the journalist is done. You can close this window, move on, do the next promo. You don't have to wait for anything here. From here on out, everything is automated. And while this is going, I'm going to explain a little bit of what's going on over here. Right now, 4 different video files are being produced by our server upstairs at the same time. The graphics are being burned on. We've got 4 different outputs, different settings for the output file, and different aspect ratios going at the same time. Here, this list over here, this is just our example list. This is not the list that you would have. If you use Viz Story, this is where your destinations would show up. So you could have your website here, you could have multiple Facebook pages here, maybe Twitter, maybe back into several archives, or your MAM, or even back for ingest for broadcast later in the day. So these are just our examples. It's not the same list that you would have. We can see that the Facebook one is already finished, but it's still pending. And there's a reason for that. As an example, we set up a moderator workflow just to show you that you can. You don't have to, it's fully optional. But we're gonna quickly look at Feed Streamer, which is part of our social product. And here, if we refresh our feed here, we'll notice that the story that I've just published is waiting to be approved. And I just simply have to say approve, go back to here, and then we'll see that this will start uploading to Facebook. So now it's actually going to Facebook. We see that the other 3 variants are already done, so we can have a quick look at the final result and see how this turned out. This is a little demo page that we have prepared that just fetches those final video files so you can easily see the result. So what I'm going to be playing here are different video files produced at the same time.
My name is Chris Black.
So here we go. Notice how we have device adapted graphics, 3 different versions for the 3 different outputs. Notice how Chris is nice and centered here as well. We got the Chris talking about Pokemon. Look how the graphics stay nice and visible in all the 3 different. And here, especially look at how she stays centered without you really realizing that we have done anything to it. So we can just let it go. And there's our full screen. And that was our short promo to the three various formats. We can have a little check here if Facebook is done uploading. Yes, it is. So we can go to our Facebook test page where we are uploading these two and see if our video is here. And there it is. So the sound is there as well. So here's the story that I just produced 4 different versions of in a matter of a couple of minutes. So that just showcases how fast you are able to grab your content, put Wizard quality graphics on it, and send it to wherever you want it to go. And that is Viz Story. Thank you very much for viewing.